Hello and welcome back to the show.
Welcome back to the show.
We're glad you're here. If you're listening, gonna need a little bit of grace because obviously we're just starting out. But also, man, have we had a day today? There's gonna be, if you're a fan of Rants,
this is your episode.
This is your episode.
All
so,
right.
for those of you who don't know, Joel and I are competitive swimmers.
Why would you know that? We just started.
That's true.
But yeah.
In a little town called Galax, Virginia. It is very small.
It's not the smallest, but yeah. So we had a swim meet. We had a competition today, and we had to travel to North Carolina to do it. So it was like a 45-minute drive. So we get and this year our team's smaller than it normally is because we've had multiple people graduate out, and we've had multiple people just straight up quit. So there's that. So my age group is very small. It was already pretty small, but now we're kind of like scraping the bottom of the barrel on people. And Aaron's age group is smaller than mine.
So Joel's age group is 15-18, and my age group is 13-14. So we have relays.
So in the middle and the end of the competition, we have relays.
So there's a freestyle relay and then a medley relay, and we're not even going to bother explaining the strokes because a lot of you might not know what they are.
But it's basically you go through the 4 different strokes because there's 4 people on a relay. Each person does a stroke. All that jazz. So for the freestyle relay, what it was supposed to be for my age group. Aaron's age group wasn't going to have one, because they didn't have enough people. So originally, what it was there was 3 of us in my age group. So it was going to be me and the 2 other guys, and one of us was going to have to swim first and last because 4 people. And that was the original plan. But then eventually, our coach and we have 2 coaches. I guess they started talking, and they decided, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take me out. Me, Joel. We're going to take Joel out of this relay, and we're going to add Aaron, who is in the age group below, and we're going to add another kid from the age group below. And we're going to put those 2 with the other 2 15-18s, which
it's not terrible. It's not awful, but it's not good either.
There was no point in switching it up. Which, whatever, and then in the medley relay, what had happened was, they did this thing, they decided they were going to change it again, right? But this time it was a worse change. I was in this relay, but we had one of the guys from the 13-14, and then we had one of the guys from the, 10 to 12?
He's 13.
Okay, whatever, he's 13, my bad.
We had 2 guys from 13.
Well, he started the season, whatever.
He looks a lot younger, though.
So they were both from the age group below us, which was not good for us, especially since they were both, bottom of the age group. So they stuck those 2 with me and one of the other guys in the 15-18. Now, and originally we had already planned out who was going to swim twice. It was going to be my buddy was going to swim twice on the first one, on the freestyle relay, and I was going to swim twice on the medley. Now, what our coaches decided they were going to do was switch it up on us. Now, here's why. With how the relays initially were, we could have won some points. Like, we're fast. We're not the best, but we're pretty fast. Now, switching out 2 people, switching out 1 person and adding another onto the medley is what killed us on that one. So, for some reason, we added them, and then when me and my buddy asked the coach about it, he said, there's 0 way we can win anyways because we don't have enough people, so there's no point in trying, which is stupid. I mean, you should always... It even says that in the Bible. Always try your hardest.
Yeah.
Even God's like, you know what? Even if you're outnumbered, always try your hardest.
Which really screwed us up.
Yeah, which we didn't. We ended up not trying our hardest. And then also his other reasoning was because... he wanted everyone to swim an equal amount so that we can get used to this pool because that's where the final competition's going to be.
Oh, that's where conference is?
Yeah, that's where conference is going to be. So that's going to be where every single team swims against each other. So that's where the final competition's going to be, and he wanted everyone to be comfortable with that pool. Problem with that is, if he wants everyone to be comfortable with that pool, everyone also needs to be comfortable with who their relay team's going to be.
Because because the thing is, a lot of the 15-18 swimmers are just out of town.
Yeah.
And so that's not going to be Joel's relay team.
Exactly. So not only does that not work, we're not even with our assigned relay team, so we're not going to be comfortable regardless. It doesn't matter how many times each person swam the pool if you don't know who you're swimming with. Now, all of this was also because who was originally the head coach, he is now kind of the assistant-ish coach. So, the new head coach was his protege, okay? So, he will basically do anything to defend her, even if it's a completely wrong call, like it was today. And me and my buddy were fuming at this, but there was nothing we could do. We just had to, smile and wave and deal with it, even though we got smoked in the last relay by an entire lap.
No, well, so the same thing happened to me because, this is ridiculous.
Originally, you weren't going to have a relay, and you were fine with it, right?
Everyone was swimming in the free relay.
Okay, yeah.
It was medley that not everyone swims in.
Okay, yeah.
So, I'm doing the free relay, and so we're our event number 50, because they call, so it's 1 through 82.
Yeah, so there's 82 events, and the freestyle relay is actually halfway through, but it's at event 50.
That's like 40, it goes from 48 to 50.
Yeah.
So... But everyone is like, all right, Aaron, you're event 48. I'm like, no, I'm event 50. But they're like, we have you right here with these other people.
And the reason for that is because they merged him, which they shouldn't have done, merged him 13-14 age group with the 15-18. 15-18 was event 50.
No, they had me with the 10 to 12s.
Oh, really?
They merged them with me.
Really?
Yeah, they had one kid from a couple. No, so I'm like, I'm actually event 15. They're like, oh, okay. So then... Somehow, this girl, our new coach, she has no idea what event we're actually on. So she's like, Aaron, go up now. Wait, no, don't go up. Wait, go up. Go, quick. Wait, no, you're fine.
And
so at that point, I'm just listening for Joel's buddy, who's also, he and I are not necessarily friends, but we're okay. And so at this point, because he's a really experienced good swimmer, I'm waiting for him to say, Aaron, go up. It was ridiculous.
And I'm watching the whole thing. I'm watching Aaron trip out, and then when they finally call the event, I watch him run up to the block and almost fall in.
No, and then they pause it for no reason, and I'm just standing there on the block.
He stood there on the block for a solid minute. Normally, they say, okay, get up, get ready, go.
Yeah.
Like at that speed. It doesn't take a full minute.
Nah. And because they're just talking about something, I'm like, what are you guys talking about? No, but I'm actually glad that it wasn't at, what pool was the conference at last year? Was it? No, it wasn't.
It was Reeves.
So
I think it was Reeves.
It was Reeves. Funny, kind of painful story. We're doing warm-ups, and I'm in lane 5, and at that point,
there are what, 6 lanes, 7 lanes?
I think they actually
I think they had 8. No. They only used 6. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they had we at this point we don't know that lane's broken.
Not the lane, the block that he jumps off. So for non-swimmers, you don't just dive off the deck. There is a block that you will grab hold of, crouch down on, and push off of. So you're off the ground, jumping off a block into the pool.
Yeah. And we didn't know it's broken, so I lose my balance. So I pull my right leg back to get some balance on the ground, and it moves back far enough that it grabs my shin and starts just ripping skin off.
Yeah.
So and then he's like, and then I have to swim, and then I don't realize it's bleeding at this point, so I get out and we're swimming backstroke, and I'm swimming it with a very bleeding leg, and they somehow did not pull me out.
Yeah, so...
Or try and clean the pool.
And this block, so what he's saying, I don't know if it was very clear, but he pushed back on the block, and it slid back, which knocked him off balance, so he tried to put his leg back. Not realizing it had slid back, he scraped his leg and, cut it up.
Oh, it was a lot more than a scrape. It was
and cut it up. But later on in the competition, someone jumped off the block and broke it. The same block that Aaron busted his leg on.
Then there was only, because at the conference meet, there was every team there, so almost every event is full.
7 teams, and we're the second or third smallest.
Yeah.
I think the biggest team has 150 people or something like that. No, I don't remember which one it is. But that block breaks.
Yeah, so then we're swimming 5.
So mid-competition, it's starting to get, it's 8 p.m., it's 9 p.m., it's starting to get late.
We want to go.
Right? We're tired, we want to go home, we've all been here all day. The meet started
and conference takes a lot longer.
Yeah, the meet started at 2 in the afternoon, and we were there till almost 10 p.m.
Oh yeah,
it took a long time.
Conference takes a while, and
so that block breaks, and then they have a 30 to 45 minute conversation about should we keep going or not when we have 5 perfectly good lanes.
And then we also have to wait an additional 30 minutes because we hear thunder and lightning.
Yeah, so we hear thunder and lightning, and then they're deliberating for as long as it takes for the timer to reset, because when you hear thunder, you have to wait 30 minutes.
And then Joel goes on this, the lightning can go through the roof. No offense.
I wasn't thinking. I was very tired.
You were tired.
Yeah, I was tired. But, so, the meeting on whether or not to cancel it took about 30 minutes. So by the time they finished, it had thundered like once more, so we had to wait another 30 minutes anyways. We got delayed by like, I don't know what, an hour?
Yeah.
And the meeting took up like 30 minutes of that time.
And then me, Joel, and Briar are sitting playing the greatest card game in the world, 21 or Blackjack.
Yeah, and Aaron counts cards.
Okay, I counted cards, but then after I stopped counting cards, I won 9 in a row.
Yeah, he just kept winning, and it made all of us mad. Because we're all sitting in this gigantic gym on the floor with 7 other teams, and it's loud, and we're all tired. So Aaron winning... However many what was it, 21?
No, I won 12 in a row without cheating.
Okay, you won 12 in a row.
Without cheating.
Like, we were just even more mad, and we were hungry.
But with card counting, I won about 18.
Yeah, okay, whatever. I don't count those wins because you cheated.
Yeah, but that's if you count that. But I think we've talked about swim long enough.
Yeah, I talked about swim long enough.
So what's really interesting, and I mean this is a bit old news, but I still think it's interesting how...
We're not doing this.
We're doing this.
No, whatever.
So I found it really interesting because I heard that Elon Musk, the world's greatest businessman.
No, he's not.
Either way,
we'll keep going.
Says, the reason Trump won't release the Epstein files is because he's in them, which I highly doubt.
Because apparently these two are having problems now, even though they were like,
yeah, I mean,
even though they were like great friends at the start of his presidency, I guess now they're having problems or something.
So then that just kind of started.
Depending on when this episode comes out, this could have been a while ago.
Oh, this is very old news. And then, but from what I've heard, they're doing better now.
I don't know, man. Yeah. Maybe.
And then, real quick, this is more of a prayer notice. Make sure anyone who's listening to pray for Israel, because they are having to be in their bomb shelters almost all day, every day, and they can't leave.
Yeah, they can't
do anything.
And then there are some people who do not, like some people who live in apartments, don't have bomb shelters, so they're having to run down the road while the sirens are going.
Yeah.
So
that was just a quick prayer notice.
And Israel launched an attack on Iran. Yeah. So again,
I never really understood. Because Israel's attack fighting back. That would be a good thing, right? Because I was never really clear on that.
Yeah. Well, they're fighting back against the global power, I guess you could call them, that decided they wanted to eradicate them from the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Why are you taking off the banana watch? I thought you loved wearing that thing.
I do see the
Okay, so for anyone listening, Aaron wears this bright yellow. It looks like a banana.
It does.
He wears this big chunky watch that looks like a banana, and he is the only one that likes it. Minus our mother, but she says she likes it because she's his mother. Yeah. So, it's big, it's chunky, it's weird looking, and it does... The only thing that would look good with, when you wear it, is a banana costume.
But, and for Joel
and even then it'd look out of place.
I'm a bit of a watch fanatic, in the sense, obviously,
You're not a watch fanatic, you're a watch collector, air quotes collector.
Yeah, because, obviously, I'm not...
All his watches are
have you seen the Casio 76A220W?
No, all his watches are $20.
Actually, no, it's not true.
Well, you have one that's a bit more expensive, but you got that as a gift.
Joel.
What? Yeah, I'm not counting that one, because that one was handed down to you.
Grandpa's watch.
It's great-grandpa's watch, yeah, that doesn't count.
Grandpa's watch.
Oh, right, grandpa's watch, my bad. Yeah, he got handed down 2 watches. I'm not counting the price of those, because he didn't buy them, and those watches, I think, were given to them when they were in the military, so they didn't buy them either. Or maybe they did, maybe it was in the... I don't know, I don't know how the military
Joel, the banana watch actually cost me $5.
I said none of them are above 20.
Actually, no. One watch I bought it was 40.
One of the ones I bought you was more than 20.
I love the Expedition.
Yeah, I know you do.
The problem is when I wear it, sometimes I get itchy.
Yeah.
So I have to choose when I wear it.
Yeah, well, that's normal.
I like it though.
Speaking of normal, you're still in school, so you're still a normal person. Well, as normal as you can be. You're homeschooler.
Joel turned 18 4 days ago.
Yeah, was it 4 days ago?
Yeah,
it was 4 days ago. Turned 18 4 days ago. Graduated
a month ago.
No, it wasn't a month ago. It was a bit shorter than that.
It was last month.
Yeah, Aaron, but it wasn't a whole month. If you say a month ago, it makes people think 30 days.
What I mean.
Yeah, but the people don't. I graduated
That's fair.
3 weeks ago.
That's fair.
Graduated 3 weeks ago. Turned 18 4 days ago. I have a job, but I'm still single, which,
Okay, buddy.
No, I am straight up, but I'm keeping it that way for a bit because I know I'm not necessarily looking right now, and I'm not necessarily ready.
Yeah.
So I don't have my job's pretty good, but it's not stable enough to.
Yeah.
It's not stable enough for me to be able to support a girlfriend, and I'm not looking yet, and I'm not ready. So I'll just wait for that. Keep praying about it.
Yeah, that's a good.
I feel like I'm getting close though. I feel like I'm getting close. Like within maybe, like 6 months to a year, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit shorter, maybe a bit longer. I don't know, but I feel like I'm getting close.
It's time for a new segment, which I just came up with.
Is it meme of the day?
No, but that's a good idea.
Let's do meme of the day first.
Yeah, let's do meme of the day.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up a meme,
and it's
let me find a good one.
Don't do one that has like a ton of pictures. Just do one that can be easily.
Yeah,
said.
I know. Okay, so Aaron, start talking while I'm.
Okay, while Joel's looking, because this one will be super fast. This is only one. There's one we're actually excited for. This is movies we're excited for.
Oh yeah.
And Joel can agree with me on this. The How to Train Your Dragon live action, because that movie is gonna be awesome.
It looks really good. I think they're gonna do it justice, and they're already working on a sequel. Okay, but here's the meme.
Because I have one as well.
Here's the meme. Okay, well, this is meme of the day, not memes of the day. You can do the next one. So keep that one in the back here. Okay, so what's yours? Hang on, let me see it real quick.
Oh no, I just have it memorized.
Oh no, which one is it?
I don't think I've told you that.
Okay, so I'll just go with mine. Okay, so I told my daughter, go to bed. The cows are sleeping in the field. She said, what's that got to do with anything? I said, that means it's past your bedtime. Spelled pastures in where cows sleep. Yeah, I know that one's kind of more a joke than a meme, but
that actually really funny.
We'll roll with it.
No, so when I saw it, okay. Hopefully everyone here knows who MatPat is.
No one knows.
Okay, MatPat is the host of one of the biggest YouTube channels ever, Game Theory.
Basically, he looks at video games and then
makes theories about them, but they're almost always correct. And then he also has what's called so he does it on movies as well. And there was a meme where it says, MatPat, you want a conspiracy theory? I'll give you a conspiracy theory. And it's the Hobbits from Lord of the Rings standing, and then it's the Teletubbies.
Wow, I thought that was going Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
What? There's 7 of them.
Yeah, I thought that's where you were going with that.
There's 4 hobbits and 7 dwarves.
Oh, you said hobbits. I thought you were saying dwarves. My bad. Anyways.
That was meme of the day and movies we're excited for.
Yeah, movies we're excited for probably won't stick around for very long.
Yeah, it's just whenever there's movies.
A lot of movies nowadays are starting to suck.
Except for the Fantastic Four movie.
That movie looks like it's going to be terrible.
Awesome.
Anyways. What else do we want to talk about? What else do we got? We just got some new neighbors.
We did.
Yeah, some new neighbors moved in across down the road from us. I found out that I live very, very close to 5 of my coworkers. And I found this out when I was going
Technically, 3 of them don't count because they all live in the same house.
Well, it doesn't matter. I still count it as 5. Whatever, Aaron. But I go on walks every day. And I recently found out that 3 of them, the 3 live in the same house. They're sisters. 3 of them live, like, I can walk to their house in 2 minutes. Okay? One of them lives, like, it's a 10-minute walk from where I live, so I can walk to their house in 10 minutes. And then the 5th one lives very close to the 4th one that I just mentioned, so I can walk to house number 1, where the 3 live, in 2 minutes, and I can walk to the other 2 in 10 minutes. 7 if I run.
Yeah.
So that was interesting to find out, because I guess that goes back to Galax being a small town, so everything's relatively close together. I always see someone I know whenever I go to Walmart.
We play a game. It's called Who We're Gonna Run Into this time.
Yeah, we try and guess who we're gonna run into, and a lot of times we're wrong, but we always run into at least one person we know. A lot of times it's like 2 or 3.
A lot of the time we run into my piano teacher, like.
Oh yeah, let's talk about you playing piano. What are you doing in piano right now?
Well, I learned Coldplay's Clocks. Hopefully we don't get sued for just saying that.
We're not going to, because they can't.
Yeah.
Like, they can't I don't think they can sue us for saying the name.
Nope, they can't. But, so I learned it, and I decided to make it harder.
Oh. No Christian music?
Oh, yeah, I know I play worship music.
Okay, like what?
Well, I play Elevation Worships, I know a name.
Okay, great. Give me an actually good one.
Fuck.
If you're going to find out real soon, I'm not the biggest fan of Elevation. Yeah. You're going to hear a lot about that in future episodes, I'm sure.
Gratitude, Brandon Lake.
I don't like Brandon Lake either. Give me another good one. I'm very picky with music. You'll find that out quickly, too.
I like playing Nothing But the Blood.
By who? Which one? The Skillet version?
No, there was like nothing. It's almost like it doesn't exist outside of YouTube.
That's because it hasn't come out yet, technically.
Unfortunately.
They did it in live show, which means it's coming out at some
But
point.
it was from the same show as Ash in the Wind.
Well, yeah, but they had pre-recorded that. They had actually recorded those, put those out, and then did them in live shows.
So are they going to put out Nothing But the Blood?
They might, probably.
I hope so, because I played Nothing But the Blood to him.
Okay, I'll take it.
Hang on, let me...
No, don't, okay.
We can use 4. No, legally 4 seconds is fine, but just to be safe, editor, we might have to have you cut that out.
It's probably fine.
Unless you think legally that's fine, but either way,
it's fine. So you play piano, and okay.
I play the guitar as well, but I mainly play.
And his piano teacher, we don't have video, so we can't show it. And even if we did, we can't do that because doxing. So, but his piano teacher is on the other. His house is on the other side of our yard.
Yeah, we. Oh.
So like we're from where we're recording. We're recording on the back porch. I am looking at his house right now.
No, here's one you'll like. The Reason by Travis Cottrell.
Okay, I like that one.
And then fun. One that I would actually play the audio for, but we will get copywritten for the first half second, is Hey Jude.
Yeah, maybe don't play that, and you're kind of weird for liking that.
It's the Beatles!
Exactly, you're kind of weird for liking that, homie. You're 14.
So?
Homie, most of the people that like the Beatles are a bit older. Okay?
Random fact of the day that literally everyone knows, only 2 of the Beatles are still alive.
Great, good for them. Any other piano pieces you're working on that are good?
Let me think. Well,
are you working on our intro? Because we need one of those.
Yeah, yeah.
How's that going?
That's going good.
Are you doing? Oh, Aaron also plays the electric guitar. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah. I mean, I have the intro most likely, but the problem is you want like disco and disco.
Yeah, I kind of want something disco.
Disco's one of the hardest genres.
I just harped on the Beatles for being old, and then here I am saying I want something disco.
So weird.
Dang it, I'm old.
But if I guess my top 3 for piano would be Clocks by Coldplay.
Yeah.
Actually, it's going to be like top 5 actually.
Okay. 5
would be Clocks because that one's just gotten really.
It's the least favorite of your favorites.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, this is really a lot tougher than I thought it'd be. I'll kind of like go just.
So just say your favorite one.
My favorite. That's hard because it depends.
Okay, what's your favorite today?
Today, Who Wants to Live Forever by Queen.
Nice. Okay, what's your favorite guitar riff to play today?
Oh, that's hard. Can it be like a solo?
Sure, I don't care.
Either Don't Stop Believin'.
Okay.
I don't even know how to see that by. Or Dream On.
Okay.
Well, there's multiple solos in that.
Interesting.
Be more of an interlude.
And just since we're on the topic of music, what's your favorite song today?
Today. Ooh, that is. Oh,
what song did?
You're gonna kill me for this one.
Okay, so you woke up. So when you woke up today and you started listening to music, what song were you like? You know what? I really want to listen to this song right now today.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Jeez,
Joel.
easy on the mic, homie. Jeez.
Sorry, did I peek it?
Probably.
Nice.
Nah, you're fine.
Okay, it is from Hamilton.
Okay, so the
musical.
He's talking about the musical, which
it is Helpless.
You're kidding me.
The
right?
one you and our cousin hate the most.
Yeah,
it's
me and my cousin. That one makes us feel like.
If you've seen Hamilton, you know that it's
that
amazing.
song makes he and I feel like really, really weird inside. Like
it
makes us feel like icky inside. We don't like it.
I'm about 70% of the way to crying every time I hear it.
What?
Yeah, it's so good. Man.
Jeez, wish I could cry.
How about you? Yeah, we know.
I can't. Fun fact: I cannot cry.
Yeah,
my tear ducts do not work.
That's crazy.
So I can't cry.
What? So Joe, what's your favorite song right now?
My favorite song right now?
Yeah, right now. Right in this instant.
There's the wind.
Actually, for me, or it'd be either that one or The Reason.
Okay.
You could do like favorite secular and favorite worship.
Nah. Overall favorite right now is probably Sparrows by Jason Gray because it's OG and it's amazing. It's original. It's what I listened to all the time when I was like 4.
Hot take.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Maybe talking to the mic so they can hear you.
Hot take. It's not that great.
And I think it's awesome.
Like there's nothing wrong with it. Sorry, I'm snapping my crock.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's not great. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just it's old.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's why it's awesome.
A good Jason Gray song is "Who I Am."
Yeah. Okay, I'll agree with you on that one. That one's good.
That was like the problem, what's weird is I remember, like, the most random things. Like, I remember the first type of character Joel played in video games.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I remember the first song I ever memorized.
Weird. That's just called being a homeschooler, bro.
Yeah. Like the lyrics, too, you know?
Speaking of homeschooling, I'm thinking of getting my open carry license for Virginia.
Okay, we can't talk about that.
Yeah, we can. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Like, seriously, I'm 18 now. I can legally open carry. I just can't buy the gun myself.
That's fair.
I don't think so. I think that'd be smart. just to have, because I always carry a knife. But I think it'd be smart to have another means of defense, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think it would be. So the problem is when you're open carrying. If someone sees you, like, just for the sake of it, someone wakes up and says, you know what, I'm going to go shoot up a grocery store.
Yeah, if someone with a gun walks into Walmart, because we have Walmart here, someone walks into Walmart and decides they want to not be a very smart person and start, shooting.
Yeah, that you are the first target, because if they see your gun, you're the first target they're going to go for.
That's if they see me.
Yeah. And speaking of Walmart, this is crazy. About a couple weeks ago.
Oh, is this the one I'm thinking of?
Yes, I think it is. So, our mom, I get up in the morning, and Mom's like, so when you and your brother are wandering around Walmart, because like he and I just go and do our own thing at Walmart.
I go get groceries because I have a job. I try to eat healthy.
I just look at the watches.
Yeah, but keep going.
Real quick, I just want to sidetrack. What is wrong with a good $20 watch?
Nothing.
Like Casio's.
Nothing. I wear a $20 watch. What do you mean? Keep going.
But yeah, so my mom says, hey, when you and your brother are at Walmart, be careful. If a guy ever comes up to you and says, hey, or just a person in general says, hey, I need your help getting stuff out of my car. You want to come with me? You say no and you walk away. Because
So I'll tell this part because I have more details.
Okay, then yeah, dude, please.
I have more details. So, it was a bit ago. I don't know if he was older. I think he was I don't know his age.
Probably middle-aged.
But he walked up to this, I think it was teenage girl in Walmart. And Aaron and I weren't there for this. We only know the stories. But walked up to her in Walmart and said, hey, I need your help getting something out of the back of my van. Can you come help me get it out? Now, he was trying to abduct her. He was trying to
take her.
He was trying to take her away. He was trying to kidnap her. But she realized that, and she's like, no, I can't do that. And she was with her mom, but her mom wasn't around her. So the guy kept trying to, he kept getting closer, trying to get her to come. And she realized that, and she started getting louder. Started getting louder and tried to get into a more open area so people could see. So she started to say, no, louder, no, I don't want to go with you. Get away. And kept doing that. And eventually the guy realized, he'd been made. She knew what was going on, and now there are people around, and she's being loud. So he scurried off back to whatever basement he came from.
Yep.
And left. But we've now been put on higher alert, because, it's, yeah. There's weird people everywhere, but we've been put on higher alert that, we need to stick together more, which is smart. I always, I can't get Aaron to carry a knife because he's just not into that, but I always have at least one on me. Yeah. So, and I keep them sharp. I sharpen knives. I make some really nice edges on them, but I always have one. I don't ever want to have to use it. Yeah. Like if someone grabs me, my first instinct is not pull out my knife and, do that. My first instinct is try and get them away and try and be loud so other people can see me. But if I have to use it, I am willing to. I just don't want to if I don't have to. So I think that's part of the reason you don't carry knives, because you don't want to have to.
It's just I'm not into that.
Well, yeah, but
the thing
you don't have to be into it to want it for defense.
If I absolutely have to, I'll use it, but I most likely.
But if you don't have it, you can't use it.
I'm not, because I've been asked so many times in my life, are you a pacifist?
The answer is absolutely not. He is very up-in-your-face aggressive about things.
He's
not a pacifist. He's
I'm not an instigator. I don't start stuff.
No, I didn't say you were.
Okay. This is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be awesome. I got a good one.
Okay.
Okay. So I do a program I started last year called...
this is an example of how he's not a pacifist.
Yeah. So I do a program I started last year called Summer Stage. Now this place is amazing. Okay, this place is
if you're gonna talk about this, don't name names. Okay.
I'm not gonna.
Okay, maybe next time don't name straight up. Don't name what it is.
Hopefully we can edit that out because
it's fine right now.
Yeah, but so we're rehearsing lines. Yeah. Okay, so it's me.
Is this also?
Yes.
Okay, so this is also the one where it's this also ties in nicely to something that's very important, which is standing up for what you believe in. So go.
So Joel's best friend, who is also kind of my best friend,
Yeah, whatever. He looks out for you.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He looks out for you.
He's actually saved my life.
Not saved his life from like something fatal, like saved his life from doing something stupid.
No, he's actually done it.
Not from something fatal. You have not been in any
No, you can ask
situation.
Dad. He even said it could have been bad.
What? Yeah, bad, not fatal.
Okay, you know what? Either way. So, me, my buddy, my other friend, and his girlfriend were in a room, okay? We're rehearsing our lines because, that's what you do.
Yeah, that's what you do when you're acting.
His girlfriend... So, my other friend's girlfriend's friends come in. That's... Whoa.
Okay, so your buddies... Just say your other buddy's friends.
Well okay. The
girlfriend's friends.
Yes, the girlfriend's friends. We're gonna call the girlfriend X.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's not even close to her. Then let her. So X's friends come in, and like they're not helping. In fact, they're making it so we can't even focus.
Yeah, so they're being a distraction. I wasn't there, but Aaron's told me.
Oh, I told him the whole story.
They're being a distraction and making it impossible to run lines.
So, and then these people just like. My ex's boyfriend, he doesn't do it. Like he's sitting in the corner being quiet.
Yeah, doing what he's supposed to.
No, he's actually a good dude though.
Yeah, keep going.
And like they're just swearing a lot. So my buddy and I start quoting. What is it? Ephesians 4:29.
I think so. I'm gonna double check that.
Which
but keep
is
talking.
Let no unwholesome or bad speech come out of your mouth.
And not only that which uplifts others.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And this girl and one of X's friends goes, "You guys sound like a cult." Wait, isn't Christianity a cult? Oh yeah, it is. And at this point, like, so I'm already mad because I'm like,
Aaron's already mad because he can't get what he's supposed to get done.
Because I really enjoy acting and like I'm just trying to get this done. Because lunch is coming up soon and the lunch is there. Oh,
he's already hungry and he's trying to get this stuff done so he can go eat.
So I'm like, so at this point I'm like, I'm done. And so I'm like, and luckily this room is soundproof. Somehow.
What?
It's like it's clear glass doors and it's soundproof.
Oh, you got one of those like recording studio
rooms.
Nope,
not even a little.
What?
It's just like a room, like an entry room.
Yeah, it's you're in one of those. Gotcha.
And it's soundproof.
Okay, got you.
So at this point I'm like, what did you just say? That is so untrue. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I'm paraphrasing. But this is,
yeah, you probably started seeing red.
This is effectively what I said. You are so dumb. How can you possibly say that? So then,
to which my buddy pulls him out of the room.
And wait, no, X's boyfriend's sister is also in there, who me and my buddy we're tight with. They actually do call us the Three Musketeers.
Yeah, okay, keep going.
So those two, they're like trying to get me out of the room, and I'm still going. And then so they eventually pull me out, and they're talking to me, and it's like, dude, you just gotta calm down. Then I'm like, and every time these people see me, they're like. They're trying to start it back up. They're like, oh, you're so mature. And I'm just walking past them because, like, if I...
Yeah, proving you're mature by not,
because they called Christianity a cult. Which, in hindsight, I could have handled it better.
Yeah, so it's an excellent example of standing up for what you believe in. Not an excellent example of how to do it.
No, it was not. But let me tell... No, there's, like... So, there were two people...
Yeah.
With the same name. We'll just call them H.
Yeah.
So, one is female, one is male. Okay?
Yeah.
So, female H. So, first of all, male H is one of my friends, and he's like salt of the earth. Great dude.
Yeah.
And he says, like, one thing, which he wasn't even trying to irritate female H, but she starts chasing him. And she sprains her ankle and blames it on male H. So, okay, knowing me, I have to make her life miserable for this.
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, hey, don't hurt yourself. And I'm just making fun of her for it. But and it was funny though.
And then she'll turn around and throw her Crocs at him.
She missed every time.
Yeah, she has terrible aim, but it's still really funny. Anytime he does that, I make sure I am right behind Aaron, or at least right next to him, because I know I'm not gonna get hit.
Yeah, it's fun. It's hilarious.
I bet.
You have any fun work stories you want to share? Because I know you have some good ones.
I do have some really good ones. No, not that one. I do. I'll get to that one later, but I do have some really good ones. But we're not going to do that right now because we're starting to run out of time, so we're going to wrap this up. But next time, what I think we should implement is like work story of the day, because I have a whole list of work stories, because where I work is fun but also ghetto.
So I know we're about to end, but because you said a whole list of work stories, back to the place I was just talking about. Because there's 5 interns there, and one of the interns...
Okay, so let's save this, because you have a lot of stories of this, too.
Yeah, because she has a whole quote list of things I've said.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that in the next one. I'll start doing, like,
Work story of the day.
Like, depending on the episode, if we have time at the end, I'll, like, throw in a work story of the day. And I have some really fun ones. So, we're going to start implementing that. Yeah. Aaron's going to have more stories until he runs out for this, for the acting program. If you made it this far, thank you for bearing along with our shenanigans. Our shenanigans and tomfoolery.
This episode was kind of a bit like, shut it, bird.
Yeah, like I said, we're on the back porch. Aaron doesn't like the bird chirping, which I think it's nice.
I said shut it!
He's yelling at a bird. Keep talking. Come on.
Sorry. So, we're sorry that this episode was like a little bit just kind of all over the place. It's going to get better. Did you just get stung by a bug?
No, I popped my funny bone on the table.
We're so glad you decided to join us.
Thanks for listening to our shenanigans and tomfoolery. We'll catch you in the next one.
Deuces.